hear another tune.
Okay, so this next one we're going to do is also one of the new tunes for the record, and this is sort of an ode to one of our favorite establishments in Asheville. When my wife and I were living in Asheville, we'd often spend Wednesday nights at the Double Crown for Western Wednesdays, and she's from Texas, so she loved to hear the honky-tonk, and we would do a little two-stepping. And one night we were crossing the street to go to the bar and just sort of started writing this song about it, and then over the next couple of days, we finished it, and then when I showed it to Clint and the producer, Ryan Stigman, for the record, they were like, I mean, you got a Western North Carolina crew here. We got to do this song for the record. So we're going to do it. It's called Double Crown, and dedicated to, I guess, the Double Crown in Asheville. I love how bright the moon is shining tonight. It keeps on pulling me closer to you. Is it alright? I'm just speaking my mind. That's pretty much all I ever do. You were playing with the dogs out front, waiting in a long line. Late nights with the band at the Double Crown. So blame it on the low lights, blame it on the honky-tonk. But you're just like a bottle, can't put you down. Told you I don't dance, you said I ain't your kind of man. So I was two-stepping and shagging like a blue ribbon pro, spinning you round and staring you down. The bar closes at 2, come on honey, let's go. Playing with the dogs out front, waiting in a long line. Late nights with the band at the Double Crown. So blame it on the low lights, blame it on the honky-tonk. But you're just like a bottle, can't put you down. I wasn't thinking about the rest of my life, I wasn't even thinking at all. Now goddamn, this feeling ain't messing around. So blame it on the low lights, blame it on the honky-tonk. You're just like a bottle, can't put you down. You're just like a bottle, can't put you down. I'm drunk on you, darling, can't quit you now.
The Double Crown from the Susto Stringband here at WNCW. That's a good song.
Thank you very much.
Got some good lines in that one, and good imagery too of a good dance venue, the Double Crown.
Absolutely.
You've been living in Austin now. Is the Double Crown like the Continental Club?
It's funny because we just had a really big week with the string band out in Austin for South by Southwest, and one of our favorite performances was at the Continental Club.
Yeah.
I think the thing about the Double Crown for me is how there's a sort of lot in front of it, and there's people hanging out, and it sort of feels like a Texas dance hall in a lot of ways. It's been nice to do that tune. Definitely inspired a lot of imagery of finding love on the dance floor sometimes.
Nice.
And I'm grateful we were able to cut it for this record.
Yeah. Well, you are, I think, our first guests here that have been to the 2025 South by Southwest. I want to say you're survivors of South by Southwest, because sometimes it's so big, maybe too big for its own good, and too big for musicians to really kind of, I don't know, make it worth it, or to match the expectations of we're gonna make it big and get in touch with just the right people, and then instead you're playing outside a gas station or something.
Right.
But you had a good experience.
We did, and I think the music that surrounds the festival of South by Southwest is not necessarily as affiliated with the festival as it used to be, and the festival sort of moved towards film and now tech.
Yeah.
Especially with Austin being such a tech hub, but it feels like the music has just sort of left the festival behind a little bit. And I'm not hating on the festival. They sort of created that week and that sort of vibe. But the Continental Club was our official South by Southwest show, and it was really fun. But we did a lot of other stuff that was adjacent, and I think having been living in Austin for the last couple of years, it's been great to sort of be a part of that music community, and even some of the writing for these tunes was finished up there with some collaborators and stuff. And it was just really great to get to bring this band to Texas and sort of really showcase it when there's a lot of people in town. And it just felt like we were really well received. I think we also have a certain amount of versatility, so like there was shows on like an open lawn in the middle of the day that was really great. And then there's like the rowdiness of Continental Club and the White Horse where people are two-stepping and stuff while we're playing. And it was just a great time. And I've really enjoyed being a part of that community. And again, with Austin, it's another place that I've, over the years, have been going to a lot, but never really thought I would end up living there. But it's been really a fruitful experience, and I love being out there. I also love getting back to the Carolinas. I'll always be a Carolina boy at heart. But yeah, South by Southwest can be a lot, and it definitely was a lot for us. I think also we had the fortune of going into it sort of having a great team, putting really the right stuff together for us to play, and it felt like it was a very productive week for the string band.
Cool. Yeah, that helps having a good team where you're not doing it all yourself.
I definitely, I've been going to South by Southwest, not every year, but sporadically for probably close to 20 years. So like the early times versus, the experience we had last week, it's nice to feel like I can look back and be like, okay, well, I made progress in terms of what South by Southwest means for me and the music. So
cool. If you're just tuning in, you're tuned into the Susto Stringband here in Studio B on WNCW. And, we're here for just a few more minutes, and we invite you to check out the video we have. It's currently up on our Facebook page, doing it live, and we'll put it on our YouTube page a little ways down the road. The Susto Stringband is heading up the road in a little bit to play 185 King Street in Brevard tonight. Two-stepping will be not just allowed, but encouraged, I bet?
Yes, definitely encouraged.
Good. Line dancing? No.
I'm from South Carolina, so it's shag dancing for us down there, so we'll hopefully somebody will do a little bit of that too. If not, maybe I'll throw a step in or two on stage.
Okay.
Also, I've recently learned that Helena can clog as well, so I maybe we'll get her to do some of that.
Yeah, all right. It's Helena Rose on the banjo with she's in the holler choir, as are all these folks here, and they're playing tonight. And then tomorrow's a big release. Congrats again on Susto String Band Volume 1. Recordings sound terrific.
Thank you.